conversation. Silver and black talk got the whole nation waiting. Weekdays live and you know how we go. This the Lunatic Raider show. Tap in, we stay mobbing. Update the squad, break the news when it drops. Rumors, headlines, yeah, we covered a lot. 3 p.m. West, 6 p.m. East, we on go. This the Lunatic Raider show. Raider Nation, let's roll. Pull up on the stream, yeah, the nation in the room. Silver and black on my back like a full moon. Breaking news hit, we don't wait, we react. I'm the voice of the nation, put the truth on the map. From the locker room leaks to the rumors in the wind. If it's Raiders allegiance, then you know it's locked in. Monday through Friday, yeah, we cracking it live. Raider fans worldwide, all tapping in the vibe. Top your cars, Lunatic, got the city on tilt. Al Davis torch lit like a legacy built. Ain't no sugar coat, we keep it raw, keep it real. Silver helmets, black shields, that's the code, that's the feel. Hit the live stream, nation slide with the quickness. Every rival talk loud till they end up on the hit list. Rumor on the line, yeah, we break it with precision. Them cut stats up, every show's a new vision. Letters of yens, the platform the truth fits. We don't do soft takes, we deliver the real hits. From the draft to the field, every play, every quote, we the pulse of the nation. Every hater gets smoked. 3 o'clock west, 6 o'clock on the east. When Lunatic Raiders speak, conversation increase. Put respect on the shield, this the nation's heartbeat. Silver and black on the track with that West Coast heat. Raider Nation, stand tall, stay ready, stay bold. Catch us weekdays live, let the story unfold. From Vegas to the globe, let the whole world know you tuned in to the Lunatic Raider show. And we mobbing. Lunatic Raider, yeah, we run the conversation. Silver and black talk got the whole nation waiting. Weekdays live and you know how we go. This the Lunatic Raider show. Tap in, we stay mobbing. Update the squad, break the news when it drops. Rumors, headlines, yeah, we covered a lot. 3 p.m. West, 6 p.m. East, we on go. This the Lunatic Raider show. Raider Nation, let's roll. Pull up on the stream, yeah, the nation in the room. Silver and black on my back like a full moon. Breaking news hit, we don't wait, we react. I'm the voice of the nation, put the truth on the map. From the locker room leaks to the rumors in the wind. If it's Raiders allegiance, then you know it's locked in. Monday through Friday, yeah, we cracking it live. Raider fans worldwide, all tapping in the vibe. Top your cars, Lunatic, got the city on tilt. Al Davis torch lit like a legacy built. Ain't no sugar coat, we keep it raw, keep it real. Silver helmets, black shields, that's the code, that's the feel. Hit the live stream, nation slide with the quickness. Every rival talk loud till they end up on the hit list. Rumor on the line, yeah, we break it with precision. Them cut stats up, every show's a new vision. Letters of yens, the platform the truth fits. We don't do soft takes, we deliver the real hits. From the draft to the field, every play, every quote, we the pulse of the nation. Every hater gets smoked. 3 o'clock west, 6 o'clock on the east. When Lunatic Raiders speak, conversation increase. Put respect on the shield, this the nation's heartbeat. Silver and black on the track with that West Coast heat. Raider Nation, stand tall, stay ready, stay bold. Catch us weekdays live, let the story unfold. From Vegas to the globe, let the whole world know you tuned in to the Lunatic Raider show. And we mobbing. Lunatic Raider, yeah, we run the conversation. Silver and black talk got the whole nation waiting. Weekdays live and you know how we go. This the Lunatic Raider show. Tap in, we stay mobbing. Update the squad, break the news when it drops. Rumors, headlines, yeah, we covered a lot. 3 p.m. West, 6 p.m. East, we on go. This the Lunatic Raider show. Raider Nation, let's roll. Pull up on the stream, yeah, the nation in the room. Silver and black on my back like a full moon. Breaking news hit, we don't wait, we react. I'm the voice of the nation, put the truth on the map. From the locker room leaks to the rumors in the wind. If it's Raiders allegiance, then you know it's locked in. Monday through Friday, yeah, we cracking it live. Raider fans worldwide, all tapping in the vibe. Top your cars, Lunatic, got the city on tilt. Al Davis torch lit like a legacy built. Ain't no sugar coat, we keep it raw, keep it real. Silver helmets, black shields, that's the code, that's the feel. Hit the live.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise. This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What is the deal, Raider Nation? Welcome to another episode of the Lunatic Raider Show right here on Raiders Allegiance, man. We got some good stuff to talk about. We're going to talk about the defensive side of the ball. The Raiders are starting to make moves on hiring candidates to come in and fill roles on the defensive side. We just signed a senior defensive assistant, Al Holcomb. I think Omar Young is his name. I can't remember. We got other people. I got a video breaking down. I'm starting to understand what their philosophy is when I say the Raiders' philosophy when it comes to the defensive side of the ball and why they're appointing the people they are higher up in the anarchy of the defense. Why Rob Leonard was chosen to be DC. Why they brought in the Matt Robinsons, the Travis Smiths, and so forth. There's a pecking order. I think they're playing the long game and they're setting themselves up so they can't fail. We're going to talk about it. Schwartz is another name that still can come in. If he did come in, I don't know if they'll bring him in now because of the role that Holcomb is coming in to play as a senior defensive advisor, which I thought that's what Jim Schwartz probably would. If he did still come to the Raiders, it would be in that role. It wouldn't be for DC. The reason why I think the Raiders did not go with a name such as Schwartz at DC, we're going to break it down, and I'm going to give you my reasoning and why I see that they're forecasting long-term to stay consistent on the defensive side of the ball. But we're going to get into it. But before that, and only before that, you know what it is. Shout out to the world's most dangerous chat, man, doing the things that they do and not getting a ticket or going to jail for it. Salute to y'all, man. Man, we about to get into it on this hump day. Hump day. Oh, shit. D-Nice dropped that 5 banger on them. I got 5 on it. Got me stuck and not tore back. You don't know nothing about that shit. Anyway, shout out to everybody out there, man. We got Raider Paul in the building, man. We setting it off on the right foot, man. Let's get it.
Ready for this? We outside. This is my inside voice. Raiders!
And it's just like that.
We got S.A. Big Dog in the building, man. We knocking them out the park like the Bash Brothers.
Ready
Let's
for this?
go.
We outside. This is my inside voice. Raiders!
And it's just like that.
Jack Gustafa in the building, man. What it is, what it was, and what it always shall be. One nation. That's right. We got Mike G, my guy, in the building, man. What it is, man. Hope all is well with you. I know y'all, it's snowing out that way, ain't it? I know it is. And it was raining like a sunbit. Not a son of a bitch, but like a sunbit. For real, out here in Vegas, man. Raider B out in the building, man. What it is, man. Salute to you. And he coming in with it hot. It's hotter than fish grease.
Ready for this? We outside. This is my inside voice. Raiders!
And it's just like that.
Then we got Marcus Banks in the building, man. What it is, what it was, man. We here. We made it to Midpoint Wednesday. What we call it that shit, huh? Midpoint Wednesday. We damn near there. He said trade Deuce Gruden for what? Some androdiazepine. Remember the shit Mark McGuire was taking? We gonna trade Deuce Gruden for some androdiazepine. What else we gonna trade him for? For some tests. For those that don't know what testing is, just You look it up. It's short for a word that we all know, all as men have. Women got a little bit too, though. That's why they got deep voices, Adam's apples, and a mustache. Let's go, man. Let's go. We are in the building, man. Let me see. I gotta catch all y'all. I'm coming down. I'm coming on, working my way to y'all. I gotta make sure y'all don't miss no mother freaking fracking questions. And there go my guy right there. I found him. D Nice in the building, man. Y'all already know.
My name is D Nice. My name is D Nice.
D Nice in the building, man. Good to have you here, man. For real, for real. And with the 36 pick, the mighty Las Vegas Raiders select these nuts. No, let me. I had to do that one. All right, let me keep it moving. Let me go. Let me see who else in the building. Yes, again, once again, man. Thank you, D Nice, man. Thank you for supporting the channel, man. For real, for real. We up in here. SoCal Sal, man. What it is? He slid through without the KY jelly.
Ready
man.
for this?
Let's go.
We outside. This is my inside voice. Raiders!
And it's just like that.
V-Dub Sally in the building, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well. Yep, defensive senior offensive Al Holcomb. We covered that. Matter of fact, from what I seen, somebody posted, it was exact, and it's a crazy. Holcomb was the guy that was when he left. I think he went to the Panthers. I can't remember right. Leonard was the one that took his spot when he left with the Giants. So I mean, we going through the circle of life. It's all about connection in the NFL, NBA, and whatnot. Whoever you're familiar with, or if you have a relationship with somebody that can, like for instance, everybody's wondering why Clint Kubiak brought Rob Leonard up to DC. Like he did, like they don't know the connection that Rob Leonard worked with McDonald, the coach of Seattle, in Baltimore. So you don't mean like they don't understand, like you don't think how many conversations that an OC would have with his head coach, who's a defensive play caller himself. You don't think they would conversate, and then now him getting hired on as the Raiders head coach, be like, talk to him about candidates. He'd be like, hey, Rob Leonard, I seen it when we was in Baltimore. He has that you know what I mean? He gets players motivated, and they love him. And it ain't nothing better than a coach that players love, that go all out on they shield for. You know what I mean? You don't think they had that discussion? You know what I mean? So I mean, there's this obvious connection is Mike McDonald. You know what I mean? As far as him, not and it wasn't just him either. There's also connection because who else was in Baltimore with Rob Leonard and McDonald? Oh, let me think. Oh, Matt Robinson, the secondary coach, the one that left the Giants and left when he took on I was an assistant defensive line coach with the Giants that Robinson took when Harbaugh took him from Baltimore there, and then the Raiders came up and said, "Oh, we'll give you the secondary coach." What now? This is what we got to pay attention to, and this is gonna all come in to the storyline of what I'm trying to project to you guys. Why would you take an assistant defensive line coach that you was named, and then all of a sudden, oh, I'm going to greener pastures? Why is the Raiders greener? It's not just the fact of the name and the nostalgia of what the Raiders, the mystique of the silver and black. It was something that I think showed him potential of being something else. Now, I know being a secondary coach trumps being an assistant defensive line coach because he's just an assistant. Now he's the second. He has the secondary. He has the corners. You know what I mean? But there's got to be more to it. More. You know what I mean? Because to be an assistant defensive line coach, if that defensive line coach there ever gets fired or gets bumped up, he's next in line. But also, we're going to discuss it. I'm going to break it all down. What I think they're doing, it's a smart move to protect your ass and your assets. So, yeah, man, we're going to get into it, man. There's a lot of twists and turns when I'm trying to break down the dynamic of what they're trying to accomplish. But I understand it now because everything, the writing's on the wall. as far as why Rob Leonard is defensive coordinator. And it's more than one purpose. Matter of fact, it's more than two purposes. It's not just the fact that he's worked with McDonald. There's more to the whole circle here on this defensive side of the ball, and the Raiders are protecting their ass because continuity is a must. Because we've been having so much turnover in the last few years with coordinators, head coaches, GMs. The shit got to stop. So this is the way you stop it, by setting yourself up where it will. It's kind of like something bad happens to you because you didn't predict it, you didn't see it coming because you were naive to the fact. But once you make that one mistake, I bet y'all don't make it twice. That's the mentality. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get into it though. We're almost at. I almost got everybody. Hold on, man. I'm coming. Just don't get it in the ride. Shout out to my 2 cents in the building, man. Salute. Thank you for pulling up, man. We got Egalitarian in the building, man. What it is, what it was, man. Salute to you. Yes, indeed. Tamar, how are ya? Welcome. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday to everybody, man. We about to get into it, man. We hey, slowly but surely, like they say, slow motion is better than none. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Who else we got up in here, man? I make sure I got every Marcus Banks, of course. My 2 cents. Mike G. Tamar's in the building. Let's go get Mike Evans. I said the same thing. I said the same damn thing. I agree. He serves multiple purposes as far as being that veteran one. Very consistent with having 1,000 yards. Now, some people say he's injury prone. What, because of last year? He only played 8 games last year, but all the other years he had over 1,000 yards receiving in every one of his years in the career. And here's an injury prone thing. You're not injury prone if you break your collarbone. That's not injury prone. Injury prone is that I keep tearing ligaments in my fucking knee. All of them. MCL, ACL, ICL, patella tendon, meniscus. If I tear any of that shit like for instance, Michael Penix Jr. is injury prone. You know what I mean? Who else? Anthony Davis in the NBA is injury prone. That's injury prone. Not because somebody landed on you or you got tackled wrong and you broke your collarbone. That's not, motherfucker, you ain't gonna keep breaking your collarbone. You could tear shit though easy, and that's non-contact. It takes contact to break your collarbone. Any bone in your body takes some kind of contact with either an individual or the ground. You know what I mean? Some people run into trees and park cars. I done ran into a park car, but I never broke shit. Never broke shit. All right, man, let me see. Oh, yeah, Eagle Terry got the bomb one. He got the long one with the long wick on the end of it. Let's
Ready
go.
for this? We outside. This is my inside voice. Raiders!
It is just like that.
We got Eric Raiders in the building, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well. We about to get into it, man. I'm almost there. Oh, Sucky Desert Raider in the Mickey Ficky house. Why y'all say he's injured? Let me. The narrative on Mike Evans. People need to do research, bro. Don't assume just because she kissed you, you're gonna catch cancer. You know what I mean? Like, cause everybody say, yeah, don't kiss her, you'll catch cancer. You better worry about the bumps on her lips first. You worry about the herpes before the cancer. You feel me? Watch this shit. Mike Evans, Wikipedia. Oh, boy, I tell you, people like to hear everybody else talk, but never look up the fucking information. Professional career. Let's see. We want stats. We want his stats. Because how do you be injured and still get 1,000 yards receiving? But you had a game with 500 yards receiving yards in a game? No, you didn't have 500 yards in a game. A broken collarbone. He had a hamstring too. He had a broken collarbone and hamstring. That's what put him out. He only played half the season last year. Broken collarbone. That's not injury prone. Sorry to tell you that. Okay, NFL career statistics. Coming in 2014, he started. You got to remember, we're going back to before there was 17 games in the season. Games started, 15. Games played, 15. 2015, games played, 15. Games started, 14. He played in 15 games. At what, a 16 games season? That's his rookie years. That's his early years. Now you figure 2016, 16 games, 16 starts. 17, 15 games, 15 starts. 18, 16 games, 16 starts. 19, 13 games, 13 starts. So far, he missed 3 games in 2019, 1 game in 2017, and 1 game in 2015 and 14. I don't know if that was from injury because I don't see, but I know he was a rookie that year. 2008 or 2020, 16 games, 16 starts. 2021, 16 games, 16 starts. 2022, 15 games, 15 starts. Now we go into 2023, 17 games, 17 starts. 2024, 14 games, 14 starts. And then last year when he got hurt in 2025, 8 games, 8 starts. That's the only single-digit games he played in his whole career, going back to 2014. Was it 2014? Yes, 2014. And you say that's injury prone. Well, damn, Max Crosby missing these last 2 games this last season. He injury prone because he missed 2 games at the end of. They sat him down. Come on, y'all. I know I got a GED and I know that shit. You feel me? All right, so let's get into it, man. We're gonna do a breakdown. Thank you, my 2 cents. He's not injury prone. That's why where's people getting this narrative? Where they getting this narrative? What NFL player don't miss at least 1 game during the season? And we got seasons where he was playing 17 straight games and 17. He started. Now, imagine the person that had 17 games with only 8 starts and missed 4 games. Nigga, how the fuck you miss 4 games and you only started 8 games? You know what I mean? Oh, JPJ, injury. Would you say he's injury prone in 2 years? How many games has he? Oh, shit. But everybody love him. Let's see. Who's the best quarterback in the NFL? What? Patrick Mahomes? How many games did Patrick Mahomes miss last year? He's injury prone. Shit. He missed. Look, Mahomes missed more games last year than Evans has in his whole career. Who's injury prone? I'll wait. Come on, bruh. Come on. Shout out to everybody, man. That misinformation ain't cool. All right, so we're going to get into it. All right, so we're going to do a breakdown. This is a breakdown, and there's another name that I'm going to throw into the hat as well because I'm starting to see. I'm going to give you what I think the Raiders' perspective is as far as promoting Rob Leonard to defensive coordinator. And then we're going to get to the point of Matt Robinson, of where he fits in, coming over to the team, knowing he has chemistry with Rob Leonard and coming off that same branch from the Mike McDonald tree that's starting to develop because now Clint Kubiak is coming off of that. You know what I mean? Not specifically, but he was under McDonald as far as having a defensive mind, because I think for an offensive coordinator to be great, there's got to be a great defensive coordinator for them in practice to go back and forth, chess match. You know what I mean? And that helps you sharpen your skills at the coordinator position. But here's a breakdown of why I think the Raiders, well, the basic reasons. It's not like rocket scientists like, ooh, Lunatic solved the problem. No, I didn't solve shit. I'm just setting up everything, and then I'm going to give you my perspective at the end of the video of what I see, what they're doing it, and why they're doing it, and the reasons why. So without further delay, man, this is the breakdown of Rob Leonard becoming DC of the Raiders, man. Let's go.
Why the Raiders promoted Rob Leonard to defensive coordinator. The Raiders' decision to elevate Rob Leonard to defensive coordinator signals continuity, schematic stability, and internal trust within the defensive staff. Here's why the move makes sense. Continuity in scheme and culture. Leonard already understands the Raiders' defensive philosophy, terminology and installation process, personnel strengths and weaknesses, locker room dynamics. Promoting from within avoids a full schematic overhaul. That matters in today's NFL, where continuity often translates to faster execution and fewer communication breakdowns. Instead of rebuilding terminology and technique systems, Leonard can refine and evolve what's already in place. Player development track record. Leonard has built a reputation as a strong teacher, detail-oriented in technique, effective with front seven development. The Raiders have invested heavily in defensive talent. Promoting a coach who already understands how to maximize that talent protects that investment. Young defenders don't need to start over under a new voice. Defensive line emphasis in modern NFL. Leonard's background along the defensive front aligns with how modern defenses are built. Win with pressure. Disrupt quarterbacks without heavy blitzing. Build coverage around the pass rush. If the Raiders want their identity rooted in physical trench play, Leonard fits that blueprint. Leadership stability. Promoting from within sends a message. Performance is rewarded. Internal growth is valued. Staff cohesion matters. In a league where coaching turnover is constant, stability can be a competitive advantage. If Leonard becomes a head coaching candidate, if Leonard's defense takes a leap and he becomes a hot commodity for head coaching interviews, the Raiders could again benefit from internal succession planning. That's where Matt Robinson comes into the picture. Why Matt Robinson would be a seamless defensive coordinator transition system. Familiarity. Robinson would already know the terminology, understand weekly game planning rhythm, be aligned philosophically. That means no drastic learning curve. The Raiders wouldn't need to reinvent their defensive identity. Player trust and relationship capital. Defensive players respond best to consistency, familiar voices, coaches who've invested in their development. If Robinson has already built relationships inside the room, the transition becomes smoother than hiring an external candidate. Protection against regression. The worst-case scenario after a successful DC leaves is regression due to new scheme, new communication system, misaligned personnel. Promoting Robinson would preserve scheme structure, maintain teaching progression, keep the technique language consistent. That's how good organizations sustain success year over year. Strategic succession planning. Smart franchises build pipelines, develop coordinators, develop position coaches, have a next man ready. If Leonard becomes a head coaching hire, the Raiders wouldn't be scrambling. They'd be executing a planned transition. Big picture. Promoting Rob Leonard reflects commitment to continuity, defensive identity clarity, internal trust, development-first philosophy, and positioning Matt Robinson as the next potential DC reflects forward-thinking leadership, stability over volatility, long-term defensive structure. If Leonard elevates the defense and draws head coaching buzz, the Raiders could stay ahead of the curve by promoting from within again, maintaining system integrity instead of restarting the cycle.
And that's just the basis of it. Now, we mentioned Matt Robinson. I mentioned him because of the connection, but don't forget about Travis Smith that came back to the Raiders to be the defensive line coach. Now, here it is. This is what I believe the Raiders are setting up. Like they say, long-term defensive structure. This is the key. This is key. Now, everybody, I understand. I wanted Jim Schwartz too, just because of his knowledge of the defensive side of the ball, coming from Cleveland. But the thing is with Jim Schwartz, if the Raiders would have brought him in as DC, how long would he have been DC with the Raiders? What if next year we just have a tremendous year? Wouldn't he be up for a head coaching job? And most likely he would take it because that's the reason why he left Cleveland, is because he did not get an opportunity to get the head coaching job. So him coming here would have been temporary. So now you have one defensive scheme, one defensive mind coming in here, establishing his defense, and then maybe gone after 1 year as soon as the next head coaching job opens up. Now we're back to square one. Who's then? Then we take Rob Leonard and move him up to defensive coordinator? That's what probably would have happened. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight to the point. The shortest distance between 2 points is what? A straight line. So we just move Rob Leonard up in there now. Now, this is what happens when Rob Leonard becomes defensive coordinator. We already know that Kubiak is taking care of the play calling on the offensive side of the ball. So that's one thing that as long as he's head coach, that offense is going to stay consistent. Long-term consistency on the offensive side of the ball. We don't care. It doesn't matter who the offensive coordinator is. It doesn't matter who the wide receiver coach is or the tight end coach or you know what I mean? That does not matter because the one true constant is Clint Kubiak calling the plays. That won't change as long as he's head coach. He's the top dog. He's not going to take another job elsewhere. He has the top job. So that offensive side of the ball, we don't have to worry about long term. You gave Clint Kubiak 5-year deal. That's telling me you giving him time. So within the first couple of years of that contract, we're establishing everything. We're building everything. We're putting the right players in through free agency or the draft to build this team the way that we perceive it to be what we want it to be. Now, the defensive side of the ball, Kubiak doesn't have anything to do with as far as coaching or whatnot. So what do you need to do to stay constant on the defensive side of the ball? You got to get people in there that's not going to go anywhere too soon. Do you think Rob Leonard is going to be a head coaching candidate next year? Do you think he's going to be a head coaching candidate the year after that? As a first-time DC? You think so? No. So what does that mean? He's going to be constantly our defensive coordinator for at least the next 2-3 years. Before, if that defense start building and become something spectacular, then his name will start getting hot. Then he'll start getting interviews for head coaching jobs, potentially. So that's the road traveled. You don't want to set if we're trying to establish a defense, ain't no need in bringing somebody in here for 1 year so he can go off and be a head coach elsewhere. And now we got to find his replacement, which his replacement most likely would have been Rob Leonard, who is now DC. You know what I mean? Like, this is what they're playing, the long game. They're protecting themselves. If they're going to establish a defense, they want that defense to stay constant. So now, say 2-3 years down the line, say 3 years from now, Rob Leonard is a hot name. Defense is top 7 in the league. Against the run, against the pass, pressures, all that. Now his name is being spoke on. We need to interview him. Now there's a potential of us losing him as a head coach. But if we lose him, who can we bring in behind him to be the next DC to keep the defense constant? 2 names. Matt Robinson comes from that McDonald tree from Baltimore with Rob Leonard. Been there, done that. Now he's the secondary coach. These are guys that will be most likely the ones to get promoted up as position coaches. Who's the defensive line coach? Travis Smith. Once was with the Raiders before. Now he's back. Worked with Max Crosby before. Helped other players become Pro Bowlers. Help Montez Sweat develop. There's a lot, you know what I mean? So he will be the next guy in line maybe if Rob Leonard 3-4 years down the line becomes head coach, moves in the line, but the philosophy is still there. He still knows the intricacies of the defense. He knows what the Raiders are playing. He's familiar with the playbook and familiar with the personnel that's playing in that playbook. So therefore, we don't lose consistency. We could still be a dominant defense. If our defense does happen to get to top 7, it's not going to be, oh, panic. Rob Leonard is going to be head coach. Who we get next? Do you bring in somebody, an old veteran to become DC that's going to bring his own philosophy and now we're changing up? What if we don't have the personnel to fit his schematics at defense? What, we release players, trade players, and now bring in new players? But if it ain't broke, why fix it? If we have a top 10 defense, top 7 defense, because of what we built, because they're going to build it. That's the best thing you're going to get out of this defense is that they're building it from ground up. The defense is the weakest side of the, well, last year was the offense. But we know why is that is more the play calling and people and the person throwing the ball. But you know what I mean, and the offensive line blocking. But all that's going to be fixed. The weapons are already in place. Offense, you probably need a couple of additions, 2-3 additions on the offense. Your offense is fine. Which ones? A number one wide receiver and maybe 2 veteran offensive linemen that you get in free agency, and you won't skip a beat. That, and then we already know Mendoza's coming in pick number 1 overall. We got Clint Kubiak as far as the mad scientist when it comes to the offensive side of the ball and working with quarterbacks. So we know that's taken care of. But who's going to take care of the defensive side of the ball? Who's the Clint Kubiak on that side of the ball? You know what I mean? So now we're building a team where they're all around the same age. So if they stick together, which we believe Leonard is not going anywhere for about 3, it could be longer than that. Until that, if that defense gets to the point of being that defense where his name is being called for interviews, we're not going to skip a point or skip a beat when he's gone, and then the next guy in line is either Robinson or Smith, in my eye. I think those are the top 2 candidates. But then again, you still got Joe Woods, who got experience at being in a DC, who is still with the team. He could be the next in line. But the whole bottom point of this whole thing right here is no matter what position coach does get bumped up to replace Rob Leonard, if he does move on to get a head coaching 3-4 years down the road, the defense will still be the same defense before he left. Consistency. We've been lacking consistency. Even though we had Patrick Graham for the past few years, everybody wanted to try to do a different defense. You know what I mean? Pete Carroll wanted to try to marry his philosophy with Patrick Graham's philosophy, and that's trying to mate a dog with a cat. You're not going to get cat dog like the cartoon. You're not going to get a cat dog, or you're not even going to get a dog cat. You ain't getting shit. Stop trying to play Frankenstein. Stop trying to create some shit that can't be created. You know what I mean? So what you do is we got to build a defense with starting with the draft picks free and some of the free agent. I think free agency is going to be geared towards the offense. That's your instant solution. That's where you can get a number 1 wide receiver already developed, an offensive lineman already developed. You don't have to put in the development time in that, but you can put in the development time for the younger players like your Charles Grants, Caleb Rogers, you know what I mean? Or any other young rookie lineman, or we're going to have a gang of young linebackers. Believe that. 1 or 2 might be veterans, but the rest of them is going to come out the draft. Defensive tackle, draft. Another defensive end, draft. You're going to start building this team to the way the specifics are and the schematics are for the defense that we want to run, which is beautiful. I got tired of having the pieces of some other defense still there, and we're trying to make it fit into this defense that no, power and zone blocking is 2 different things. You want 2 different type of offensive linemen in either or. 2 different types. You don't want to use the same offensive lineman prototype on a power blocking scheme as you do in a zone blocking scheme. No, you don't. So now we got to fix that. If we're coming in with zone, we need the players who can play zone. Not no big, lumbering, slow-footed linemen that's good in power because they're big and strong, but not quick on the feet. We need athleticism, but not be too light in the ass. So now we get to see this from ground zero, them building a defense. Let's see them show us how to build a defense. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be done. Like I said, they just brought in Al Holcomb, who's going to be a senior defensive assistant. So he's going to help. He's going to help. Even Kubiak got his help with McCoy. You know what I mean? Older guys. There's other guys on defense that's coming in now. They're starting to make their hires now. Running back coach, I think, just get hired out of a college dude. I think, let me see. Let me see what his name is. Who's the running back coach? The Raiders are set to hire University of Iowa running back coach Omar Young. Before Iowa, Young worked at the NFL level with the Patriots and Bears. So now our running back coach is in. Omar Young is coming over from Iowa. The senior dude, we already know, we just talked about. Al Holcomb is coming in. The staff is starting to shape up. Now we're on the defensive side of the ball. We're on the defensive side of the ball. But like I said, they're playing the long game. They're not going to be caught with their ass out. You know what I mean? With losing a DC to a head coaching job and trying to figure out what the fuck we do next. You know what I mean? So in the pecking order of the coordinators on the defense that are here and that are brought in, Leonard is far beyond the one that's next in line, which he has the DC position. But I see Matt Robinson and Travis Smith as the two, and Joe Woods. Don't let me. Joe Woods, that's another one with ample experience in the NFL on the defensive side of the ball as a coordinator and position coach. So that's another one. But I did a breakdown on Joe Woods for you guys before. He tends to lean towards a bend, don't break type defense. I want to be aggressive, but not aggressively stupid, if you understand what that is. Like, don't be so aggressive like the big, bad, dumb bully that just comes swinging, and then the one, the guy he's come swinging at just moves to the side and just hits him with one to the chin. I want to be calculated. You know what I mean? I want to be aggressive, but intelligently aggressive. Don't over pursue. You know what I mean? Do what you're supposed to do and get the job done, but be aggressive when you do it. But within the realms of not being stupid and careless. So that's the kind of defense I want to see us make. Shout out to everybody. Raider Goon in the building, man. Salute to you. I see you, man. For real. Raider Knight in the building, man. Kubiak is going to handle the offense. I'm with the people that they got in around Kubiak and the people he can call. Like, don't be surprised if you see at camp Gary Kubiak pops up, with a fifth of Hennessy and some blunts. He retired now. Sit back and hey, go get him, son. You know what to do. You've been watching me do this since you came out to Cooch. You know what I mean? You know what to do. I groomed you for this shit. So Kubiak got people he can turn to that got hardware. You feel me? Oh, my girl Peaches, I'm gonna tell your boss on you. you in the mop closet on the phone. Nah, let me quit. She ain't even started work. I'm fucking with her. Oh shit. Hey, she makes the best breakfast burritos. Hey, shout out to Peaches. You go, girl. Oh shit. Oh, Myra, no, I don't think we're gonna make it to Pittsburgh for the draft. I was focusing on that, but for those that don't know, I started. Me and Peaches got a Paper Hound clothing line that's under the Paper Hound LLC umbrella. So I got 2 companies so far. There's going to be 2 companies coming in later in the music group and the films, because we're developing a documentary to my homeboy P. Steve, who is on Instagram watching. Yes, indeed, my guy back out here in Sin City. We about to get it cracking. You feel me? So we got a documentary on him, as well as an animated series called The Adventures of Paper Hound, that we're working on the film side. The music group side is we're getting young talent and developing them and putting out music, but that's coming down the line about 2-3 months from now. But right now we got entertainment, Paper Hound Entertainment and Paper Hound Clothing under the umbrella. The entertainment side is taking care of the podcast and all the social media monetized channels, the TikToks and so forth, under that DBA. And then the DBA of the clothing, me and Peaches is handling the Paper Hound, which we just dropped. We just dropped the shop. If y'all go Google it, I gotta get I'm gonna put a different domain name because I'm going off of Shopify with the stuff that I designed. But yes, we're putting shit in motion. So while that's happening, promotion and getting out doing different events, I would have loved. You know what? It still is a possibility. I ain't gonna not knock it off the calendar as far as can't make it out to Pittsburgh for the draft. But we'll see what happens. We got to play it by ear though, because we got a lot of things that's planned for 2026, man. Shout out to everybody, man. But that's just my thoughts, my opinions on what I think the Raiders are doing. They're setting themselves up for success and not be caught out in the cold when somebody does move on to become a coordinator elsewhere. Just like if we lost our offensive coordinator now to go get a job elsewhere, guess what? We still got Kubiak calling the plays. You know, we're safe and sound. Shout out to DJ Quick. But yeah, shout out to everybody out there. You said Devin Bush. There's other guys out there, but I'm what I'm seeing, like I said, I'm seeing majority of our draft picks being geared towards the defensive side of the ball because this draft has good quality defensive like defensive linemen. They're out there in the draft and linebackers. Linebackers I would shoot for early, and defensive linemen right soon behind it. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be some damn good defensive tackles, like from Oregon, Ohio State. There's some good linebackers out there from Miami, and so forth. The Perkins boys. I say boys. They not. I don't think they related, but just two Perkins linebackers in this draft too, though. But hey, the Raiders got an opportunity to make the right choices in the draft to start building this defense with young talent, and let them all grow together. And Big Brother can be Max Crosby if Max Crosby is still a Raider when things kick off. You know what I mean? Can he be traded? It can happen. Like I said, if Cleveland came to you and say, hey, get 3 first-round picks with no swaps, off back, you know what I mean? Hey, shoot it. Give us 2 this year and 1 next year, and we still get to keep the number 1 overall pick. They just want Max to put with what's the name? That's what I said. That'll be a hell of a defense if Cleveland added Max Crosby to their defensive front. They will only get pressure from the front 4. Guaranteed. If Cleveland got Max Crosby, it's a wrap in their division. No quarterback is safe. I don't give a damn how athletic you are, Jackson. They gonna be on your, and then they got the second-year dude Graham at DT, and the linebacker that was one of the top defensive linebackers in the league. Hey, Cleveland got something, bruh. I'm telling you, if they fuck around and get Max Crosby from us, that whole AFC North, boy, shit, y'all in trouble. Because I think rumors is that they might rock with a Shedeur Sanders as a guy, but that's what you do with a guy that's a young quarterback like that. If you give him weapons, you give him an offensive line, and you give him a bomb ass defense that keep the score low, so he doesn't have to do too much. And I'm telling you, you put Max Crosby over there with fucking Cleveland, but in return, we have the first pick, the 6th pick, the 24th pick, and next year's first from Cleveland, which will be we'll have 2 because of our own and theirs in 2027. We got action. You mean to tell me 3 first-round picks and they're all like with the 24th? I think Cleveland's second pick in the first round is 24. You can if you want to take 24 and package it up with 36. We are in the second round to move up from 24 to like 15. So you mean to tell me you can have 1, 6, and 15? You can't start off your build that way? You can get your quarterback. You can get a wide receiver from Indiana that you want to pair with them at 6. If you think that's too high, then go defensive tackle at 6 or defensive end. Whoever's a top rated defensive lineman at number 6, you get them. And then at the 15th, you go wide receiver, either Cooper or old boy that we want, or from Indiana also, that we can put with Mendoza for the rest of their career. Max Crosby, hey, if he wants to leave, bro, you can't be the bad guy. You can't be like, you're not going nowhere. You know, you gotta fuck it. You know they're gonna pay top dollar for him. Top dollar. Now I know you want to go to a contender, but I think you do give Cleveland an opportunity of being a contender without a great quarterback, because I done seen teams with bomb-ass defenses that with a mediocre-ass quarterback won the Super Bowl. Look at Seattle. You can't tell me Sam Darnold's elite. Sam Darnold looked elite because look what the fuck he had around him. You know what I mean? Sam Darnold had, that's what you give a quarterback, though. You can't knock the quarterback from not being elite, but you can knock him if he's elite with everything around him and he doesn't do shit. And there's plenty of quarterbacks that do that shit too. But I'm going to get my ass up out of here, y'all. Y'all enjoy y'all Wednesday. I will be back tomorrow. Same Raider time, same Raider channel, man. You know what it is. It's the Lunatic Raider Show. I thank each and every one of you guys for popping up and showing support. Please, if you don't do anything, please subscribe if you have not, and like this video. Please, let's get the algorithm going. I'm trying to give you guys quality content and not no way out, oh, he on Sherm type of shit. You feel me? But I'm going to give it to you raw and uncut and what I believe could be the reasons. I'm not saying it's the end all be all with my opinions, but it's my opinions. And like an asshole, who gives a shit? You feel me? So, y'all go ahead and enjoy y'all day, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. This is my Friday. So I'm about to, and then I get to, my homeboy, my brother from another mother, P. Stevens in the building, man. Salute to you, my guy. He back out here. We about to get shit cracking. And man, I see y'all tomorrow, man. You already know what it is, man. One nation. And it's always gonna just be one nation. Let's go. I'm out this. B-I-H.
Yeah. It's more than football, this family. This legacy. Raiders of legends. A Paper Hound Entertainment production.